President Biden making his 2024 plans official.
It's official. President Biden is running for re-election.
Tonight, deja vu. President Biden is officially running for re-election, asking voters to let him finish the job.
They all fell for it. Oh, yes, they did. He's not running for re-election. He's not running. He can barely walk. All right, Joe Biden. You think he can pull this off? No way. Have you seen the poll numbers? You think this is a surprise? It's not happening. There's just no way. And I'm standing by my prediction from 2 months ago. There I am, April 13th, saying Joe is not running. And by the way, the campaign, no signs of life. And you know what's going to happen? It's actually going to be Michelle Obama. I am convinced. Very smart people I know have been looking at this. And Michelle Obama in 2024. Now, she's going to lose to Trump. But, man, she could raise about $100 million in about a day, okay? It's a big deal. And it's very much in line with what Barack Obama did. In 2004, he was the keynote speaker, state senator nobody. But they decided to make him the keynote speaker. Remember that speech? Everybody swooned. Not me. Anyway, in 2008, he was the Democrat nominee. Fast forward to 2020, 4 years ago. There she is, giving the keynote address for some reason, right? The ex-First Lady giving the keynote address. It is what it is. Remember that? Very uninspiring. This is the plan, to make her the 2024 nominee. Does it make sense? All right. Look, she's ultra famous. Obama did it. Now she can do it. The money thing is a big part of the equation. Let's see, what else does she have in common with her husband? Well, they both started phony baloney community activist groups. Michelle started When We All Vote, and Barack Obama back in the day started something called Project Vote. Little platforms that got very, very big. Oh, by the way, when Barack Obama was growing up in Hawaii, Michelle was actually in the thick of it in Chicago, hanging out with Jesse Jackson's daughter when Jesse Jackson was running for president.
I've known this woman since I was a baby.
We were high school, 14 years old.
What do you think of this guy, 65 years?
I love this man. I grew up in this man's house. I've seen it all.
Michelle loved Santita and found it exciting to hang around Jesse's house, where she met many elites and political leaders, and she watched Jesse lay the groundwork for his political campaign for president, coming a few years later in 1984.
Hey, that's interesting, and I didn't know that. You should check out Michelle Obama 2024 by Joel Gilbert, an important film. Here's something else she has in common with Barack Obama. They are both crummy filmmakers. Michelle made the most boring documentary ever made about Michelle. This is an actual scene from the movie. We didn't edit it or anything. This happens.
Oh, I thought you were wearing the pink John.
No, that was for earlier, and then that had food on it. That was for the day.
That looks like two belts.
It's one belt, but it's three separate.
Oh, it's got a top belt too. Oh, I see. But it's not separated?
No, it's one belt, but you buckle it.
And it goes on like
and
this.
Is that the style to have your belt so high now?
They're talking about her outfit for
I don't know. We don't.
20 minutes.
I don't.
I just asked.
Don't buy it.
That'll be $60 million, Michelle told Netflix. And they got it. Shakedown artists, I'll tell you. Anyway, look, she does have some things going for her. She has some negatives. She has some positives. Let's go through them, okay? Michelle Obama, pros, black woman. That's big right now. Lots of connections. Okay. Cons, hates America, rotten filmmaker. We just went through that. And rotten author. No one read the book. And there's another pro. She is going to raise a lot of money. A lot of money. On the con side, I see her losing, and actually the pro side, to Donald Trump, okay? That's a pro for us. Do you remember 20 years ago this month when they told us the war in Iraq was over?
Admiral Kelly, Captain Card, officers and sailors of the USS Abraham Lincoln, my fellow Americans, major combat operations in Iraq have ended. In the Battle of Iraq, the United States and our allies have prevailed.
Yeah, no, we didn't. No weapons of mass destruction. What the hell were we doing over there? And this guy was somehow reelected. How many thousands of Marines and soldiers and airmen and sailors died in that useless conflict? brought to you by George W. Bush and the deep state. Absolutely. And there has been no accountability, none. And you know what? The same Central Intelligence Agency, the same intelligence community. You know, this guy Burns, he's a CIA director, keeps a very low profile, William Burns. Wall Street Journal reported last week that he hung around, well, Jeffrey Epstein. They first met in Washington, and then Mr. Burns visited Epstein's townhouse in Manhattan, back when he was Deputy Secretary of State. Why would he do that? This is after Epstein had been convicted of abusing children sexually, and they're hanging out together. Well, the New York Times tried to make up for that. They did a profile piece on him today, and they brought this up, and he said, "I wish I had done my homework first." Isn't that a great line for the intelligence community, right? They don't seem to do their homework first. It's all about other things, and it's all about political vengeance and wokeness, and yeah, political vengeance. They're out for themselves. This is a dangerous thing that has got to be reined in. Chuck Schumer, in a rare moment of honesty and clarity, take a look.
He's taking these shots, this antagonism, this taunting to the intelligence community.
You take on the intelligence community, they have 6 ways from Sunday at getting back at you. So even for a practical, supposedly hard-nosed businessman, he's being really dumb to do this.
So President Trump was critical of the intelligence community in 2016 as he was campaigning for the presidency, and the people voted for him. And this guy is already warning him that the intelligence community is going to get back at him. And oh boy, did they. But Donald Trump, you know, he tried to meet him halfway, more than halfway. Listen to this.
I want to say that there is nobody that feels stronger about the intelligence community and the CIA than Donald Trump. There's nobody. The wall behind me is very, very special. We really appreciate what you've done in terms of showing us something very special. And your whole group, these are really special, amazing people. Very, very few people could do the job you people do. And I want to just let you know, I am so behind you. And I know maybe sometimes you haven't gotten the backing that you've wanted, and you're going to get so much backing. Maybe you're going to say, please don't give us so much backing. Mr. President, please, we don't need that much backing. But you're going to have that. I believe that this group is going to be one of the most important groups in this country toward making us safe, toward making us winners again, toward ending all of the problems. We have so many problems. I can only say that I am with you 1,000%. I just wanted to really say that I love you, I respect you. There's nobody I respect more. You're going to do a fantastic job, and we're going to start winning again, and you're going to be leading the charge. So thank you all very much. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you.
So that's on January 21st of 2017, his first full day in office as president. Goes to the CIA, personally says, well, you heard what he just said. And they turn their back on him and try to screw him up every step of the way. And half of them signed that dopey, phony letter about the laptop being from Russia. And now we have a CIA director who's incompetent. If he can't figure out Jeffrey Epstein, if he can't figure out what I knew when I was in 2008, we're in big trouble. These guys have their own agenda, and it's not ours. I'll be right back.